But when they don't win, credits definitely that team. The Raiders right now suck. 3-3. Fargas gets completely laid out on a play in the third quarter. The Bears were disrespecting the Raiders all game on defense. Just the matchup itself was kind of sad, and I know that said they tied, I think, 8-8 in history play, but I've never seen the Raiders beat the Bears. The last time I remember the Raiders getting really humiliated, Walter Payton in Chicago, but different teams, different eras. The Raiders just beat yesterday. Chicago's C. Benson, 29 rush, 76 yards, so not like the other running back, but Benson and Hedges right there getting it done. Arizona 31, Detroit 21. Good football game. We're going to talk about those stats later. And then Donovan McNabb comes out of the high school football program back into the NFL, plays against the worst team in the NFL. Who cares? You get the W. 33-25 against the Redskins, where Joe Gibbs continues to be the joke, and his team is definitely the worst team in the NFC. McNabb goes 20 for 28, 251 yards, 4 touchdowns, but still, poor guy's crying because of all the criticism that he deserved last week, because he sucked last week. The battle of the both teams that sucked on Sunday night, the Eagles get the W. Jason Campbell even worse, even though he had 3 touchdowns, no presence on the field whatsoever, cannot get a W if his life depended on it. 23 for 34, 215 yards, 3 touchdowns, but the Redskins they're terrible. They're not just terrible, they're putrid, they're inconsistent, and same as Donovan McNabb. Rush Limbaugh or not, I used to back you up, Donovan McNabb, but you have a tendency after 3 or 4 good games to really suck 3 or 4 good games. And what I saw last week in that Cowboys game was probably the worst football of the season by any quarterback, worse than Jason Campbell's performance, worse than Dante Culpepper, worse than McCown. McCown right now, terrible for the Raiders. So we're going to change the subject right now from Philadelphia, because the Eagles still have no chance in hell to win the Super Bowl this season, at least not even in the NFC. The best 2 teams in that division, Dallas and New York Football Giants, faced off. Eli Manning's looking better and better every week. I'd like to see the Giants get to the Super Bowl. Dallas wins 31-20 in a very good football game. Tony Romo, the MVP in the NFC right now, 20 for 28, 247 yards, 4 touchdowns, did have an INT, and he's making T.O. look good because he's making the catch right there. Some of the commentators in that Cardinals